Self love is a choice, guys. This is one thing that I've actually been able to realize that self love is actually a choice at the end of the day, because at the end of the day I have to choose to have peace. At the end of the day I have to choose to feel joy. I have to choose to grow, to get better. So at the end of the day, when we're talking about self-love, it's not just mere words. It's actually a decision, a choice you have to make for yourself. You have to make on behalf of yourself. And including the fact that if you do not love yourself, it is not right. The reason what everybody thinks, like, the right and wrong is different for everybody, and according to our beliefs, right? One thing that I might think is wrong might not be wrong to you, and one thing that you might think is wrong might not be wrong to me, stuff like that. But according to my own belief, I believe that if you don't love yourself, you are from the devil. If you don't love yourself, you are like partnering with the devil to make your life terrible, to eventually, like, come on, when you talk about partnering with the enemy is not like a nice thing for, to me. Like, what I believe, I don't believe that it's cute to partner with the enemy, because we have to be able to. Okay, why did I even say that not loving yourself is like partnering with the enemy? Listen, God is love, and as far as we his children are concerned, we you have no choice than to, when it's not that you're a bastard, you can't if you are really original, you're not counterfeit. You have to be like your father, right? You have to like be like your father. God is love, and so we should love one another. That's what he asks us to do. I think that is the essence of Christianity and all these religions that we see out there. One thing that you must take out of this video is, like, not loving yourself is you cheating yourself, is you choosing to partner with the enemy against you. How are the ways that you might be hating yourself, that you might never know? But what are the ways that you might not that you might be doing, the decisions that you are making that does not show that you love yourself? And these are the things I've worked on in my own personal self, and I tell you, there's actually difference when you actually decide not to partner with the enemy, to make your life terrible, guys. See, because this life is good, and we really have to enjoy the goodness from this life. So one when I started working on myself, I realized some things. That the first one, I started creating boundaries. Like, there are some toxic people. When I say toxic people, there was even a person that told me that he knows that he's toxic. Like, guy, you know that come on, you need help. You need help. You don't have to. Why you keep acting this way? Like, why? But at the end of the day, everybody is like fighting, like fighting their demons and trying to like work on themselves. You can be working on yourself, but I have to protect myself. I have to I, come on, I do not hate you, and we are still friends. However, my own sanity is important. So that boundaries, me like this, I'm like no nonsense person. People that knows me personally now, we know that I do not take nonsense from anybody, like, including family members. Kai, do you know that there are some toxic people? When you start removing toxic people, when you say that, okay, now I want to be serious in my life, and you start removing toxic people, there are some certain people that might be difficult to remove. That is like family members, because they are family is blood, and you can't remove blood from your body, you stop breathing. Guy, you come on, see, we can be family. I'm that sure we can be family, but my own sanity should be also like my one sanity is also family, because it's even part of me, like it's me. I can't lose myself in the process, because I know that God says that we should love our neighbor more, just like the way we love ourselves. Love your neighbor as yourself. He didn't say love your neighbor more than yourself. And besides, loving your neighbor more than yourself is not healthy. Love, it's not healthy. I said it. It's not healthy. Loving your neighbor more than yourself, like loving your neighbors more than yourself, is not healthy. So sometimes you need to check. You have to check it. You have to check some self-sacrifice that we do, because at the end of the day, we want to do things that actually really matters to God. That I don't want to do anything that God will be asking me, did I send you? Like, oh jeez, that's so terrible. You don't even want to be like that. So going back to what I'm saying about when I started working on myself, listen, there are some decisions that you do, that you choose unconsciously. You know, I said it, there are some decisions that you choose unconsciously, that you not know that you're actually hating on yourself. You don't know. You thought they like you. You don't know. You thought you are being a nice person. And the one thing that really affected me was the fact that, like, my childhood, I had people that really know my story, that I had. My childhood is good. But I have this, like, this unhealthy relationship with my mom. And when I say somebody was toxic, oh jeez, she was so toxic. I can say it in her front now though. She was so toxic, and it was so bad. It affected my relationship with other women. And to the extent that I could remember a particular day, like a particular day. It's not even a particular day. Almost every time she assumes a lot. Like, she just assume that you are doing something, and guess what? She will beat the hell out of you for doing that thing that she assumed. Like, that is not toxic anymore. That is actually abuse. But that is another one for another day. Because one of the ways that you know that you are choosing hatred for yourself is if you are allowing toxic people. I've been in situations whereby, like, this person is toxic and I'm still in this relationship. I'm not supposed to be in this relationship and I'm still here. That alone shows that I didn't love myself. And when I started my inner work, healing and stuff like that, this is one of the things I really worked on, guys. This one about removing toxic people away from your life. And see, it's easy to remove toxic people. It's just that we just have to take courage. Everything is courage. You just have to, like, sometimes we might need to pray for God to give us the courage and give us the strength to actually live. There was a time I had to even separate from my mom for like years, and it really helped me really. Now that we're living together, my boundaries is everywhere. Like, everything, you can't try to, like, you can't, like, I think I've healed to the point that I now start recognizing my triggers and start addressing it, start telling, oh, you did this to me, and I am, when I did not like it, and you're not supposed to treat me that way. I deserve to be better. See, like, there's still other things I want to say. But this one thing about, like, creating boundaries and removing toxic people out from our life is really, really important. And it really shows that if we love ourselves a lot or not. Because I don't know, some people keep choosing others instead of choosing themselves. And another thing I had to learn to do was to advocate for myself. You see, this self advocacy, I didn't even know what it means till when I was like an adult like this. And I heard one, like, there was a little girl that was telling another little boy that, oh, nice, that nice thing, like, that's so nice. You stood up for yourself, you advocated for yourself. I was just so shocked because they're so small, and that was the first time I'll be hearing that word, like, on human being, like, advocate, like, like, speak up for myself. God, let me just be like this. I don't want to say anything. It's so terrible. It shows that you don't love yourself, and I didn't love myself. I had to work on that. I had to really work on that to speak up for myself, because if there are some also there are some situations that I was supposed to speak up. Let's say I didn't like speak up the way I need to speak. Next time I'll practice it. Like, okay, next time if something like this happen, this is what I want to say. And when like something like that might not eventually happen, but every moment I always try to like it's something I do. If anytime I'm feeling okay, so somebody is having a discussion I'm not okay with, I tell this person, please, is either you stop, like, change this topic, or you stop talking to me. And you have to advocate for myself that, oh, I don't want this, I don't want that. Because there are sometimes we'll be like, oh, let's forbear. See, there's time. See, we need wisdom, for real. We need wisdom, because we need wisdom to navigate through life, because these things are just so deep, and we need to love. See, that's why I'm saying that if you do not love yourself, how will you fulfill your destiny when you're already partnering with the devil, uh, against your own destiny? And we have to choose what, because God is love. God is love. God is love. So we have to love ourselves. We have to love ourselves. And for people that keep saying that, like me showing up, me tolerating nonsense from people, me showing them love, me it's people pleasing and not this thing, it's just that I'm a Christian. Have you read the Bible? Like, guy, have you seen? See, Jesus did not tolerate nonsense, so maybe you should ask the Pharisees. Like, guy, you don't, you see, you really have to learn to, like, set boundaries, advocate for yourself, because you know we are in a society, like, society is full of people, and it's just more natural for people always to be around you. So you have to, like, be there for yourself and love yourself, because at the end of the day we have to love others, but we can't pour from an empty cup. And we can't, and when we can't pour from an empty cup, now you can't see, it's the love that is overflowing you that can even flow into others. Like when love is overflowing in you, when you love yourself enough, like, it will be so easy to even love others. Like, and the love that you have for others, it will be like compassion, it will be healthy, shey you get. So the other one I think I learned was taking care of myself, resting. Because you see that resting, I'm still even learning that part of resting. However, taking care of myself, um, that's if I have money. When I have money, because right now I'm praying for God for money. Taking care of myself, um, yes, taking care of yourself by resting, and like, there's, spending and taking care of yourself deals with, sometimes it might deal with money. Take it. And sometimes it might deal with being around people that feed you. Like, there's something I learned about emotion, is that we have to, like, we are naturally built for connection, so we have to, like, be around people. Like, when we are around people that we love, we feel like we don't like we feel some particular parts of our emotions, and instead of feeling hungry, that part. So, like, emotions are like hunger pants. I learned that from, like, from Dr. Anita Phillips Sharp. But the main thing there is the main thing is loving ourselves, embracing all our emotions. If you've seen Inside Out, you know what I'm talking about. So that part too is very important. Taking care of yourself, taking care of your emotions, taking care of, like, your emotions, how you feel, acknowledge how you feel, and your feelings are important. You're a guy, you are a lady, you are a man, and you are whatever, you're a human being. You need to take care of yourself, your emotions, your soul is your emotions. Okay, your mind, are you reading, are you growing? Like, there's the last time I spoke about loving yourself enough to grow. We have to love ourselves enough to grow. So that one is even like another part, because that topic is just so deep about loving yourself enough to, like, make sure you're not stuck and you keep growing your mind. So that is another, like, that is one way of choosing to love yourself, loving yourself enough to grow, maybe your career, your relationship. Like, do you know you can grow relationship with guys? Seriously. So there are just various things I've learned. Another thing I think I need to tell you guys I've learned is think is okay. I've talked about boundaries. I've spoken about um I've spoken about oh jeez, I'm trying to remember this. Yes. Forgive. Like what love yourself enough to like forgive yourself. You see that aspect there? I'm still working on it, guy. Because some of us has done some nasty things in the past. Some of us has done like guy like we've done so many bad. We've made some foolish decisions and a lot of things, but not being defined by what you did or what you did not do or what you did not do that you are supposed to do, or like whatsoever thing that we've chosen, whatsoever way we've chosen not to love ourselves, being able to forgive ourselves and being open enough to like let go of some certain things, some like letting go of some like how will I put it? Letting go of the betrayal, letting go of the odds that other people too have done for us. That's one way to love yourself, because this particular thing, I feel that the devil is really using it against most of us to hinder us from becoming fully, like from becoming who God has destined us to be, and from achieving blessings, from getting blessings, from receiving. Because when we keep carrying all these baggages, when we keep carrying all these odds, a lot is number one, it's going to slow us down. Just imagine you are traveling, and because when you are traveling, you carry the duvet, you carried your table, you and it's not that you are moving, or you are moving out of your house, so you are just let us say you are going to visit a friend and you carry all these a lot of things and you back them on your back. Do you know that you can spend like, and you are trekking and you are going, because this life is like a journey and you're going. Do you know that it's going to kind of be like your journey will kind of be like slow, for real. Your journey is going to be kind of slow because of the baggages, because of all these things that we are carrying. So there are some unnecessary things, there are some unnecessary memories, there are some things that have happened that we need to let go of and move on with our lives. That is one way that we can choose to love yourself, because you just realize how free, like how peaceful you are, how free you are. And it was not even easy for me, because I'm this type of person. Before, I used to like punish myself for not doing the right thing. Like, guy, I'm not eating for the next 3 days, guy. Like I don't take nonsense from myself, but I take nonsense from other people. It was when I started working on myself and doing my like self healing. Even though I'm not taking nonsense from myself, I should not be taking nonsense from people too. So guys, that's just it. We really need to like choose to love ourselves, and we can't fully love ourselves and embrace like love for real without loving the one that has loved us first, like without choosing love itself. So for if you don't know God, if you don't know Jesus, oh jeez, like you might not really understand the concept of love. You might not really understand how you'll be able to, like how you'll be able to love someone that keeps hurting you, or love yourself. That don't love someone that keeps, like, okay, I'm not saying it, I don't know. Loving others is good, and I think there's God will give us wisdom to navigate how to love others. I'm talking about ourselves. There are sometimes that we keep doing, we keep like hurting ourselves and keep making some bad decisions, and because of that we're so angry with ourselves. Okay, let me just choose, because the time I was losing in chess, oh god, I was so angry with myself. And if you see me, like you even be pitying me for me, like guy, let this girl breathe. And I'll be so like really angry with myself. But I when I start learning about love and start seeing love for like first, like start saying that, oh, love is grace. Like love, you can do 1 million and 1 billion wrong things and still keep to still loving anyway. I can do things that are wrong. I might not always get it right every time, but I still love myself. I'm still showing up for myself. I'm still taking care of myself. I'm still intentional about my growth. I'm still intentional about the way I show up in the world, the woman I'm becoming, and that's what God's love is going to show us for real. God's love is going to show us that you are worth dying for, that you are worthy, no matter what you've done and did not do, no matter who you are, and the things that the nasty things that you've done, like that type of love that it's just so unconditional. You don't even have to like work for it. You don't even have to like deserve it. You don't even have to like do anything to get all this type of love. That is the type of love that God shows us, and we have to embrace for ourselves too, and we have to like take so seriously. I hope you learned from today, because it was really lovely, like thinking of how we can love and what the things I've learned from it. See you guys later. Bye for now.